Primetime Poulton, keep it entertaining. You already know when outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Fighting Wolf, U.S. Assassin, doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not fronting. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is Primetime Poulton. This is Primetime Poulton. Let's go. It's all about the boom. TMC, baby. It's all about the boom. Cowboy Phil, baby. It's Cowboy Phil. Hit him with the body slam, elbow drive. TMC, Cowboy Phil, laid pot guys. What you see in the ring are two monsters. Energy of a king and of a rock star. Yeah, drop kicks probably make your heart stop. You ain't ready, super scary, and they staying on top. Hit a ding ding, better watch yourself. It's TMC and Cowboy Phil. Late pot guys, yeah, they the real deal. It's TMC and Cowboy Phil. 2 times a week, you can't compete. They body slam you down, now you taste the beat. The champions, they legendary, nobody like them. Coming for the belt, yeah, they coming for the title. Hey, it's all about the boom. TMC, baby. TMC, baby. Yeah. It's all about the boom. Cowboy Phil, baby. Let's go. Cowboy Phil, baby. Hey, 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 yeah, let's go.
Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Saturday. Merry Christmas. It's the Pod Gods. I'm the moral compass, Mark Poulton. With me, Cowboy Phil McNulty. Phil.
Whoa.
How about that intro?
This is the debut. What better, bigger episode do we have than to debut our new entrance music, our new Titantron? This is legit the biggest, most historic episode of the Pod Gods ever. Hail to the chat. Welcome. If this is your first time to the Pod Gods, we're just comic book creators who love sweaty men in tights wrestling each other. This is a great night. We got the main event. We got Jon Malin versus Shane Davis with our commentary debut. I cannot tell you how excited I am for tonight.
I can tell you're excited. You are amped up. Let's give a shout out. First, my man Kibo with the awesome La Pod Gods rap, and then 6 a.m. Comics with that awesome intro video for us. Apologies to Crack Pack. That video made it look like we kicked their ass.
Technically, we're 0-1 in the GC Wrestling Federation, but remember, we're building up our record. We gotta get a little bit of steam. Things are looking on the upside. It's gonna be 2022 is our year for the Pod Gods to get the straps.
Absolutely, Diaz brothers, we're coming to get you, man. So Phil, this has been a busy day, a busy weekend for me. Mike McMahon is here. Mike's just off to the side. He's working on sketches. We signed all the U.S. Assassin books in one night. Well, Mike did. I only had to sign like 300 books because I had signed the others previously. But Mike was a workhorse, man. 5 hours, he signed all the books. He's working on his sketches now. I already started packaging up books, printing out postage. It's going to be a U.S. Assassin Christmas for people, Phil.
Fantastic. And if you haven't seen them already, I got my hands on my exclusive copies earlier in the week. So this is great, great stuff.
You know who also got his copies? Flip Gordon. I went to Icons of Wrestling today. Mike and we went with our friend Dexter Weeks, colorist for Viking Wolf. And this was basically a Comic-Con for wrestling fans. Hundreds of wrestlers were there. It was jam-packed. We had an awesome time. I want to show you some bucket list items for me. I met Sergeant Slaughter. Got an awesome autographed picture from him. And Phil, I know you're going to be jealous of this. I met the Kiss Demon, Dale Torborg.
Man, that's awesome. I got to tell you, I saw the post on Twitter earlier and I was jealous.
Yeah. And then Flip, he flipped out for the books. He especially loved this one. He signed copies for me, Mike, and Dex. So yeah, we have more things planned. Big next year for us. Flip Gordon, the Mercenaries, on board for Volume 4. Roddy Piper's on board for Volume 4. But there's still time to get Volume 3. Only 1 day left, Phil. We're closing the in-demand store tomorrow. So if you haven't checked out US Assassin yet, now's your time. 506 backers. We're past the 500 backer mark. This is an awesome book. The books look fantastic. Mike got to see them for the first time yesterday. Yeah, Mike loves them. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with how they turned out. Especially that black and white edition. It has the nice matte finish. Has that great Eric Weathers cover. Here's this awesome Matt Martin cover, by the way. Still available. The Flip Gordon photo cover, still available. But that black and white edition with the matte finish, that's the sleeper, I think, of the campaign.
Yeah, it is.
It's beautiful, man. Especially if you're an art lover. Just Mike's awesome detailed artwork all by itself with the lettering by Eric Weathers as well. So you can follow along on the story. But
yeah, it looks fresh. Just just something about a black and white book that as an artist gets you excited.
So only 1 day left to claim these. Then we're closing down the store, and I'm hoping to get a lot of this campaign books out the door this weekend. So let's make people's Christmas even merrier, Phil.
There we go. Let's do it. And remember, you may not get them in time for Christmas if you order them now. But what a great way to start the new year. Maybe a New Year's Day gift. Maybe say, welcome to 2022 with US Assassin. Or maybe you're thinking that a loved one. Maybe if you want to get romantic, you can say,
there you go.
Here's my bazooka dog. Here's US Assassin.
Wow, Phil. That's surprising from you.
Hey,
all right.
I'm in a mood. I am ready to go. I am hyped.
So there's a ton of people in the chat, a lot of new people. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit notifications, like the video. You know, Phil and I, we're here twice a week, every Sunday, talking about AEW and Impact Wrestling. Every Wednesday, talking about WWE and NXT. Our Wednesday show, we say we watch it so you don't have to.
Hey, except for NXT 2.0, you guys should be watching that. It is pure entertainment.
Yeah, so let's check out the chat. We got Lord Crackhead in the house. He's here to see Shane Davis versus Jon Malin, the Tiger versus the Wolf. The Canucks back. All hail the King Baby. Oh, he's for Team Shane Davis. Jon Malin's here. He's getting ready for the big match. John, you should be, I don't know, stretching or something. You shouldn't be hanging out with us. NTM Comics, if Malin doesn't win, this thing is rigged. He's Malin Militia. James Murphy in the chat. John agrees with NTM. NTM is one or. Lord Crackhead, one or two ors, Phil? What are you? Are you team one or team two ors?
As a commentator, I cannot take a side, but I gotta listen. I got my cowboy hat, my Jim Ross hat is on. So whoever's the heel is who I'm going after. But we'll have to see the match. Maybe it'll be a double turn.
We got Nico Tronus. The truth is, at last event, both men were in different matches. I actually picked both Shane and John to win their respective matches at CG WrestleMania, but only one did. He became King of Kings, and that's King Shane Davis. He became the king of CGWF when he eliminated Art T. Bear from the big Battle Royal.
Ooh.
Nico Tronus also says, can the Wolf Teat secrete enough Romulus for John to become godlike, or will King Cat Pappy show the coach what Graveyard Shift really is? We're going to find out. That's the main event of tonight's show. We got Bullet Ninja Hagelman here. My body is ready. We're all ready.
We got promos. We have promos from our contestants.
Yeah. John Malin delivered a hell of a promo, and then King Shane Davis responded. NTM says King Davis looks like the Candy King character from Wreck-It Ralph. He poses no threat to the coach. This is a pro Malin chat, I believe. Last Crusader, hail the Wolf King, all doubters to the gallows. Bullet Ninja Hagelman. I had a crown like that once, but I was a kid, and the crown was from Burger King. No Shane Davis fans here.
No, this is a Malin crowd. This is when CM Punk fought John Cena in Chicago. We are in Malin country tonight.
Last Crusader says, man, I remember those Burger King crowns. Made a little white boy feel like royalty. has the power gone to King Davis's head? Oh, here's a King Davis fan. Mike McMahon, the traitor. He says King Shane shall lay off the smackdown. Wow. Last Crusader, remember, you only need one war to beat someone to death. How are you even going to generate lethal momentum with 2 wars? Think things through. Absolutely. 6 a.m.'s here. Let's go. Amanda B, check out some more CG wrestling videos and CG WrestleMania and I can't talk. Subscribe while you can. Yeah, check out Breaking Rad's channel. That's 6 a.m. Comics. Him and Macho Dan, Muttman, and Cal Jameson. That's where CGWF matches occur. I do the play-by-play with them. It's a good time.
And shout out to 6 a.m. for giving us the exclusive rights.
Absolutely.
You will not be disappointed, my friend.
Hicks Villain in the house. Lama Gigante. Newcomer, welcome. Brian, suddenly old. He's ready, man. Thank you for joining us. The Canuck King Tiger will take the dogs out. Emerald Avenger. Hale, what's up? Smoking Wraith.
Howdy.
Malin is waiting for Shane to penetrate him. All right. Oh, Leandro's in the house. Let's go.
We're always glad to have Leandro in the chat. He has never missed an episode, it feels like. And welcome to the main event, buddy.
So we're giving out the Potties, and that's the year-end awards. I'm giving out an award right now. I haven't given this award out in a long time. It's the MFer of the week. I'm giving MFer of the year out. That's Mark Follower. And I'm giving out to Leandro because whenever the moral compass isn't getting the respect he's due, Leandro's there saying that the whole thing is rigged. The chat gave out their year-end awards. I didn't win anything. Leandro was there saying it was rigged. He's like, how can the moral compass not be the writer of the year, creator of the year? Wherever there is injustice to the moral compass, there's Leandro. So for that, MFer of the year, congratulations, Leandro.
This is a Saturday night main event. Look at the chat is popping. We are rocking.
Wraith, he's ready for the SmackDown. All right, we got it. There's so much chat going on. I can't keep up with it though.
No, this is our biggest episode yet, and I am so excited for our commentary debut on the main event of matches. It goes down here.
So before we get into the Potties, let's get into a little wrestling news, Phil. Hook made his in-ring debut last Friday. The internet went crazy. MJF likes to say him, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara are the 4 pillars of AEW. Not anymore. Hook is all 4 pillars. This guy's legit. Looks like Tom Holland on steroids. Awesome in the ring. Ladies love him. Men love him. Hook. I'm Team Hook.
Hook's gonna come up later in the episode. You bet your ass on that one. But I gotta say, his debut was super impressive for someone who's hardly ever stepped inside the ring. He was pulling out ECW Taz moves, so his daddy taught him well. And man, when he choked out Fuego, he really choked out Fuego. And you notice his hair defied gravity the entire match, and he just walked off with a swagger. I can't wait to see what the future holds for Hook.
Bullet Ninja says, get hooked this holiday. Yeah, AEW this Christmas, Saturday, special episode of Rampage, Hook versus Bear Bronson.
We're going for 2-0, baby.
He took out a little high flyer. Now he's going to take out a big man. They're putting the whole machine behind Hook.
You know it is going to end with him getting the FTW championship.
You know what? Team Taz doesn't need Ricky Starks anymore.
No, they don't.
Hook, Hobbs, and Taz.
Right, you got it.
Jon Malin saying, I was being generous with lube, Canuck, but if you want it going in dry, you got it. It's gonna get nasty in this match. Hook shirts are now outselling CM Punk, Phil.
Hey, I'd be one of those.
It's crazy. Next thing I wanted to talk about. Out of nowhere, Grayson Waller has become one of the best heels in wrestling, Phil.
Yeah, the NXT has done a great job with the last couple weeks for the build up for War Games. War Games pay-per-view was so good, really solid. And even better was that follow-up episode where he took out the rebel heart and soul of NXT of old, and he just put on a beating. It was like you want to see a dead body, and there was Johnny Gargano face down next to the destroyed commentary table. What a way for NXT 2.0 to really get hyped up for the next year. I'm really excited for what the future holds. And it's a WWE product. What are we doing here on the Pod Gods?
I can't believe it. NXT has really won us over. That should be an award, surprise of the year, NXT
2.0. Don't worry, they will get represented in the Potties.
Shane Davis in the chat. What's up, Shane? Get ready for your big match. The coach is coming for you. All right, next thing I wanted to bring up, Ric Flair on his podcast. He said Daniel Bryan was okay. He wasn't anything until Triple H made him at WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan responds by doing a 60-minute classic on Dynamite. He had something to prove that night.
Yeah, I think what Daniel Bryan is now is better than he's ever been. And I think he's actually the wrestler he wanted to be in WWE all these years. I love how he's getting rid of the yes chants, but it's not the no BS that he's been doing. It's straight up kicking people in the head till they're knocked out and not stopping until somebody forces him to stop. This is the American Dragon from ROH. This is like a rejuvenated Daniel Bryan. If he was this way all year, there's no doubt he would receive the Pottie for Wrestler of the Year.
Absolutely. Johnny Cage in the chat. What's up, Johnny? Good to see you. He says send Hook. Hook sent, man.
Mm-hmm.
What a debut.
Can we talk about how the Pod Gods, when he first debuted, we said, what the heck is Brian Cage doing in here? Let's push Hook, because he looked like the most intimidating factor.
The minute he appeared, he looked like a star.
Mm-hmm.
He has a presence about him. All right, last thing I wanted to bring up. Did you see that ending to Impact Wrestling? That was fire.
Impact started the year strong, had a real big dip, but the last couple episodes, Impact has really been pushing the envelope.
And what's the difference in the last couple episodes? Who's in the main event picture? Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona. He is, and he will again be represented in the Potties. Yep. He has put on, what a year for Matt Cardona. He has been on seems like every major wrestling corporation television outside of WWE. He's made himself such a presence in the wrestling world with his name. No longer is Zack Ryder chanted. It is all Matt Cardona. It takes a special talent. Look at John Morrison. He could not ditch the Morrison name. He was Johnny Impact. He was John Hennigan. He was Johnny, whatever you want to put his last name. But Matt Cardona came out, and what a year he's had.
Leandro says he's loving Daniel's smirk at the end of the crowd's boos. He's loving the heel roll. He's doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought when he came in that he'd be a heel so quickly?
I think Kenny Omega's injury sort of pushed that further along, and I think
Mox
is going to rehab. But sometimes the unplanned is better than the planned, and I think this unplanned Daniel Bryan heel turn, just pushing Hangman Page, who's really deserved it this past year. I think AEW, when the holidays end, I think you're going to start getting back over those consistent million viewers.
Bullet Ninja says Cardona's running on AEW is terrible, though. It went nowhere. Yeah, they really had no idea what to do with him, and it turned out for the best because then he went to GCW and became the most talked about wrestler.
Yeah.
Dojo Kun in the house. Hail the Pod Gods. Leandro agrees with you, Phil.
Hey, it's the Pod Gods. If there's two things we know on this show, it's comic books and wrestling.
All right, you ready to get into the Potties?
Let's get into them.
All right, so we're awarding the year-end, the best of, basically, awards. Don't worry, guys. We're going to get to that big steel cage match between John and Shane. but we're handing out some awards first. First up, Wrestling Toy of the Year, Phil. Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
All right.
You go ahead first.
I'm going with the Kevin Nash Legends Elite action figure. We actually saw it at the Icons of Wrestling convention today. This figure is so sweet. It has Kevin Nash with his Outsiders do-rag tied in a little knot in the front, looking like Tupac. It comes with the Outsiders shirt with him and Scott Hall on it. This thing's a thing of beauty. The face looks like Kevin Nash perfectly. It's a fantastic figure. I love it. And I just love that they included the do-rag because it's just something random that you need for your Kevin Nash collection.
For my Wrestling Toy of the Year, I put the Heel and Faces Matt Cardona action figure. Without him and without Zombie Sailor Toys, they have just really revived the classic LJN looks. The figures look great. They're hand sculpted. They're hand illustrated. They look exactly, the likenesses are absolutely incredible. Dan Housen just had a figure that is outselling any wrestling toy this year, and it's all thanks to the Heel and Faces and really to Matt Cardona pushing it. So I put the Heel and Faces Matt Cardona figure.
Hicks Villain wants to know if the Nash toy comes with realistic quad tearing action.
It does. If you lift the leg and you push on, you can feel it split. It's like a little Stretch Armstrong in the quad there.
Yeah, I have that Cardona figure pre-ordered. I can't wait to get it. All right, next up, Rookie of the Year. I have a feeling we're both have the same person. Braun Breaker?
No.
No.
My rookie, this is a controversial pick. My Rookie of the Year has had one match in 2021, but his presence has been felt the entire year. My Rookie of the Year is Hook, because who knew that this kid would outshine veterans in this business? What a great little run this kid is on. I am so excited.
What a great one match run this kid is on.
Well, remember, he put Punk through a table. He
True.
put CM Punk through a table, and he got away with it.
Well, I think both guys are the future of their respective companies. So congratulations to Braun and Hook.
Mm-hmm.
All right, best weekly show. I'm going with AEW Dynamite. They gave us a 60-minute match this week.
I had AEW Dynamite on my list. I have in my note sheets right here, and I deleted it before we got on the air.
A huge upset's about to happen.
The biggest upset, the little engine that could. We've named Grayson Waller, Braun Breaker. We've showed our love to Joe Gacy. NXT 2.0 was supposed to be a gigantic dumpster fire, and the stories have been consistently good. The wrestling, we're seeing wrestlers develop right in front of our eyes. Braun Breaker is the future of WWE. He should go to back to the Rex Steiner name, but you can't win them all except for this award, Best Weekly Show, NXT 2.0. Such a breath of fresh air.
Wow. Leandro says his favorite toys are the Santana and Ortiz with all the Puerto Rican detailed tattoos. Awesome figures, definitely. Mm-hmm. Brian Suddenly Old wants to know, where's Cat Pappy? Is he showing up? He's in the chat. He's getting ready for the big match. Once the awards are over and the gift exchange, then we're getting into the match. So Shane Davis is probably stretching or, I don't know, lubing up something.
Shining his crown.
Amanda wants to know, will there be an oiliest wrestler of the year?
There was a no contest for this award. It was clearly Miro. The man hashtag rubbed it in every single week, and his oil game was so good this year that it literally rubbed onto others, and they were glistening as much as Miro was earlier this year.
Yeah, Miro had that award locked down for most of the year. W. Morrissey, he had a couple good weeks.
And Vince McMahon's really slimy personality also got in there.
Yeah, Vince didn't release anyone this week, so he's off the hook. Lord Crackhead says Cecil won that award already, Amanda. All right. Impact MVP. I love Matt Cardona, but there's only one real choice for this, I think, and that's Moose, the man who should have beat Kenny Omega for the Impact title.
I went a different route when it came
Oh my gosh,
to
you're surprising me.
Impact. That's because this guy was seen as the weak link of a tag division earlier in the year. We all said, the star in this, the Shawn Michaels of the North, if you will, was Ethan Page all the way. As soon as Ethan Page left, Josh Alexander became Mr. X Division, Mr. Impact Wrestling. What a phenomenal year he had, just from a straight up wrestling standpoint. He put that company on his back until Moose was ready to go back in. And I got to tell you, Josh Alexander, you proved us wrong. You were not the Marty Jannetty that we pegged you earlier in this year.
Good choice, Phil. Leandro wants to know, is there a move out of nowhere of the year award? There is, and that's Phil picking NXT as the best show in wrestling.
I agree on that award. I'd like to thank myself for this year's Potty.
All right, WWE MVP. The head of the table, there's only one choice.
He is the needle mover himself. That is Roman Reigns. This guy was the tops in professional wrestling this year. He walked the walk. He talked the talk. He beat some Saudis up. He is the WWE MVP.
Absolutely. Joe Sontag in the chat. He says some people have called him the Sting of CG. I've never heard that, Joe.
I think there's only one man who should wear the face paint, and that's the Moral Compass himself. He's got the whole. We went on the figure hunt earlier in the year. He always picks himself up a Stang figure.
Yeah, I saw a bunch today. I had most of them. I'm on the hunt for that Joker Sting figure. Mike asked a dealer if he had one. He says, I have two at home, but I'm not selling them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I could have got them on Impact's website for like nothing.
The Lapati for biggest regret.
Absolutely. All right. AEW MVP. I'm going with this man was a workhorse, carrying championships for three different companies. Kenny Omega, he overworked himself so much he has to take time off and rest his body.
There is no other choice for this award. Hangman Page is a close second, really close, but he took some of that time off, and for that, I had to ding that for the year. Kenny Omega, the man is getting 3 different surgeries, going back and forth, really reinvented himself this year after putting everybody over in the 2 years previous. So there's no doubt about it. It is Kenny Omega.
Yeah. I mean, you could make an argument for Britt Baker. She's carried that women's division and, probably made herself a bigger star than most of the male wrestlers in AEW.
Agreed.
Jon Malin says Shane Davis is at home washing his tights. The trash talk, man. All right. Match of the year, Phil. This is the one I flip-flopped on. Originally, I had Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros at All In or All Out. I forget.
All Out.
All Out. But then I remembered I went to a match in Atlantic City that stuck with me for so long. I thought I was going to witness someone's death. and I've never been in a more electric crowd than when I was watching Matt Cardona win the GCW World Title against Nick Gage in a death match at the Showboat in Atlantic City. It was incredible. That's my match of the year.
Hey, you want to know what is funny? I originally had the GCW death match as my match of the year, but I flipped it.
Yeah.
And my match of the year was the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros at All Out. All I could think about was that were those crazy spots off the cage, the thumbtack Jordans to the face, the Penta getting his mask ripped off, putting it back on. It had me on the edge of my seat, and the Young Bucks really put on a show. And The Lucha Bros, they deserve that title for a long time. What a great match. It was so close to even beating that Young Bucks Omega Hangman match, but in the end, for 2021 match of the year, Young Bucks, Lucha Bros, all out.
I can't argue that. And you know what? I didn't have manager of the year, but we're going to name Alex manager of the year right now. Bullet Ninja Hagelman says Britt made being a dentist cool.
Don't worry, Britt's coming up. She's getting her moment to shine.
Yep. Leandro says Sammy Guevara is my biased opinion with Jericho and his a cappella crowd singing his entrance, Judas in my mind. Sammy had a good year.
Yes, he did. I think the end of the year he was really cooled off at the end of this year. I think he was unfortunately put in a spot against Miro, who was red hot with the title. I think they made the wrong decision giving it to Sammy right away. It really felt like it was out of nowhere, and I think that really cooled off both competitors.
Rumor is Sammy is now with Tay Conti, so he's ending his year really strong.
Oh, yeah. He's a Spanish god, baby.
Yep. All right. Female wrestler of the year. We just mentioned her. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. There's no other choice.
No, not at all. Britt Baker became a star this year.
Absolutely. Yep. Everyone's agreeing about Sammy. maybe the best end of the year.
Yes.
All right. Wrestler of the year.
Well, wait a second. Do you want to save that for last? Because we still got promo of the year and we got indie wrestler of the year.
Oh, I skipped over. Okay. Okay. And tag team wrestler of the year.
Tag teams of the year, yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Promo of the year. I'm going with Eddie Kingston versus CM Punk. I've never been more invested in a match. When CM Punk called Eddie Kingston a bum, I wanted to kill CM Punk.
I've never wanted to punch CM Punk in the face until he called poor Eddie Kingston a bum.
Yeah.
The man deserved better. There was no promo, but they literally had 2 weeks to set up a match, and man, did they make those promos count, especially that one. It harkened back to, again, CM Punk's probably greatest feud against John Cena right before Money in the Bank when he was leaving and he won the title and left. It harkened back to that. It's good just to see how Eddie Kingston can be the one person to make CM Punk heel so early on in his AEW run.
Absolutely. All right. Biggest moment of the year. It's got to be CM Punk returning.
See, this is where I'll differ. And the Pod Gods, we are all about the boom. My biggest moment was all about the boom. That Adam Cole debut, they swerved us because we were all waiting for Bryan Danielson. And when he came out and joined the Elite again, part of the Super Click was back. It just, to me, that gave me the goosebumps. Because CM Punk, we knew it was coming. They were setting it up. But that Adam Cole contract ended on Friday. Not even 24 hours later is he on AEW pay-per-view. It felt like classic WWF, WCW attitude era flip-flopping companies.
Leandro says MJF has some great promos.
Yeah, he was close. That CM Punk MJF promo a couple weeks ago almost made promo of the year for me as well. But that Eddie Kingston being called a bum and just harkening back to we had higher hopes for you, kid, and they're the same age. It was really good stuff.
Danger Vanessa says you can keep CM Punk in wrestling. Keep him out of MMA.
He's back home.
I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm going to say Mono says Bancroft is an underrated wrestler. Bancroft is the CGWF world champion. Definitely he's definitely not underrated in my books. He's the world champ. All right. Tag team of the year. I'm going with the Young Bucks.
No other choice. What a great year. We had that horrible heel turn at the end of 2020 where we were super confused and they pushed the reset button. 2021 was fantastic.
Yeah. They spent the first part of AEW putting a lot of talent over, like Private Party. What did that do for Private Party?
It sent them, unfortunately, to be in a stable with Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah. Oof. All right. Here we go. Indie Wrestler of the Year. We both raved about him already this episode. There's only one choice, Matt Cardona.
Everywhere, anywhere. He's not even full-time with Impact, and I think they're going to give him the Impact title. That's how big he's made himself this year.
I think he's going to get the NWA title too.
I agree.
And he's going to main event the GCW pay-per-view at the I'm drawing a blank. The ballroom.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, final award, Wrestler of the Year. This one's going to be interesting, but I'm going with the head of the table. He's been constant the entire year. When's the last time he lost? 2019?
2019. My Wrestler of the Year, it was almost Roman Reigns. It was. But there has been no wrestler on
You
this.
gave it to Hook, didn't you?
I did give it to Hook. No. Let's not listen. Rookie of the Year, he'll be fine with. But this is the biggest award we give out on the Potties. I really had to think about it, and no other wrestlers made themselves a bigger star this year. Turned their whole shtick around. Was losing in matches that was even themed after them, and turned it around and became champion. My Wrestler of the Year, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Nice one. That's a good choice. Leandro says, acknowledge me. All right. So there you go. Second annual La Potties. Some good choices. A great year for wrestling. This is the spot where we exchange gifts. I think the chat is really hungry for some Malin and some Shane Davis. So I'm gonna give them
the
John's
promo package. Yeah, Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Shane, Baby Cakes, Davis, I'm calling you out, Cat Pappy. Look, maybe you are who and where you are because of your poor upbringing. Your carny father knew when he left you and your mother in that single wide trailer that a single wide is no place to raise another man's son. Remember that? So when you were watching that Bicycle Shop episode of Different Strokes, your daddy went out for booze and smokes and never came back.
So there's no video.
You know why they call me?
What's going on here?
Because I teach lessons.
No audio,
and Shane Davis
no video.
I think the screen may be frozen because it's the same thing. You don't see the bar moving.
A lesson about respect.
What's going on here? You can hear the audio though?
Yeah, we can hear the audio. We can't see it looks like the screen is frozen though. Like on where the video should play.
Yeah,
it's not full screen yet.
I wonder if because John has this private. I don't know. Let's I'm gonna take it down and bear with me. And I'll see if I can bring it back up.
I promise these guys are professionals. Yes. Thank you, Leandro. You know, it's not a holiday season without some technical difficulties. But like I said, twice
it's like
a week.
A WCW pay-per-view.
But thank you for all the new viewers of the show. We really appreciate it. If you love professional wrestling, we're here twice a week, every Wednesday, where we cover all things WWE. Mainly NXT 2.0. It's become our little engine that could show. So remember, we watch the WWE, so you don't have to. And then we're here on Sundays for some Sunday Night Heat. We got
okay. I think I figured it out.
Nice. So Sunday Night Heat, we like to do sometime around 4:30. maybe 7:30ish, depending on how the football games go, because they don't call me Cowboy Phil for nothing, because I got to support America's team as well, Dallas Cowboys.
All right, John gave me a tip.
Sweet.
Let's see if it works. All right, 1 second.
Yeah, they don't have to see our mugs during the promo. Here we go.
There we go.
Shane, Baby Cakes, Davis, I'm calling you out, Cat Pappy. Look, maybe you are who and where you are because of your poor upbringing. Your carny father knew when he left you and your mother in that single-wide trailer that a single wide is no place to raise another man's son. Remember that? So when you were watching that bicycle shop episode of Different Strokes, your daddy went out for booze and smokes and never came back. You know why they call me the coach? Because I teach the lessons. And Shane Davis has been a very poor student. Here's a lesson you should have learned in that trailer. A lesson about respecting your betters. Guys with belts. Guys with big wrestling muscles. Guys like me. Not guys living in the single wide trailers, but in big, beautiful double wide trailers, driving 1982 Firebirds. Here's where you went wrong, Shane Davis. First, you tried to undermine the Malin militia with your to-or nonsense. But we showed you what really matters. Size, stamina, staying power, putting it away wet, finishing the job, that's a hard lesson. Now, you're wearing a crown, calling yourself a king. Well, I have another hard lesson to teach you, Shane Davis. And that's what happens to those that choose to step into the ring and bare their rear to the Wolf campaign, the suppliers of wolf milk. Tonight, you're going to guzzle more wolf milk than anyone before you. I'm going to bend you over that top rope and do what should have been done to you all those years ago in that single wide trailer. I'm going to teach that ass some lessons. Sometimes lessons are hard and rough. There's going to be pain and there will be blood. And by the time I'm wiping off your inglorious kitty stank, you'll be heading off to that big single wide in the sky. When I'm done with you and have firmly put your ass to sleep, you'll know who the real king is, the Wolf King. Cat Pappy, you're going to call me Daddy so many times tonight that you'll be calling me Papa John the rest of your life. Oh yeah, be a man.
Wow. Man to be not happy with the coach.
Wow, that Papa John. If you don't think I'm gonna call Malin Papa John during this match tonight, you are being crazy.
Man, chat going crazy. Joe Sontag. Oh, damn. Gary G. Spare the wolf milk. Spoil the child. Leandra says, bend him and spank him with that wolf. Spank it with a wolf cub. Wow. Mike still team Shane. Lord Crackhead says that was savage. Mo Fantasy says he's just messing around, folks. John says Shane is running away. Delmar digs detail. After watching this video, people are saying prayers of thanks. They are not named Shane Davis. Absolutely. Nico Tronus, the disrespect. The Canuck, here's what I heard. Wow, wow, wow. I'm scared of Davis. Wow, wow, wow. Not a fan of the coach. Man, Papa John is going to have to back it up. Shane is the current king.
Man,
yeah.
this is I love it. We're in a Malin heavy crowd, but those I'm glad to see the Davis supporters are still here with
Yeah.
us. This is going to
His
be
kingdom. His
It-
kingdom has started to show up. Shane's been on a roll. He became the CGWF king by winning the Comicsgate King Battle Royal, throwing out RT Bear. Incredible showing. But there's been that one thorn in his side the entire year. Beating him every chance, every opportunity. And that's Jon Malin. Jon Malin had a terrible showing in the Jack Show tables match, but that's because he wasn't invested in it. He didn't care. When there's a contest he wants to win, he wins it, and he's proven that time and time again. So the question is, it seems like he wants to win this tonight. Is he going to be able to back it up?
the only one who knows is those 4 pillars.
Yeah, Bullet Ninja says, my kingdom for a stuffed crust pizza. NTM says, Davis doesn't have the belt, though. Brian Suddenly Old says, sitting on my throne, I did this on my own. Shane Davis. Mono says, defeat the evil. Put Shane on ropes.
Man, this is all happening in a steel cage.
Danger Vanessa says, unless Kenneth Rocafort is involved, Rocaforce. Kenneth needs to be a wrestler in the CGWF. Where is Kenneth Rocafort?
Hey, if Cowboy Phil can get on there, there's always room for Kenny.
Absolutely. We need Kenneth Rocafort. We need Mike McMahon. We need Don Chin. There's still some people. We need Joe Sontag and Sean Arendt. We need the Ott and Stuff team so the Pod Gods can get a victory.
They're the ones putting us over.
Yeah. All right. So Shane Davis made a rebuttal to this, but we're going to open our presents first, Phil.
And then we'll get to Shane's promo.
Yep. A La Pod Gods tradition. We exchange pro wrestling related gifts. Mm-hmm. Phil, do you want to go first or second?
Yeah, I'll go first. I've been excited for this. I was wondering what it was. So this is, of course, from the Moral Compass to Cowboy Phil. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, man. Oh, shit. It is the Festival of Friendship pack. It is Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. This is something that I've had on my want list for a while. This is great. I even got my List of Jericho Christmas sweater on. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, you're welcome.
This is awesome. I love it. Thank you so much.
I know Jericho's your favorite wrestler, and you started a figure collection, so I feel you needed the Festival of Friendship.
Thank you. I totally need so. And more news, Kevin Owens re-signed with the WWE. AEW wasn't going to pay him more than the $2 million that apparently WWE was going to.
Yeah, what a shocker. All right, my turn. I'm excited. Last year, I got a cameo from Johnny Swinger.
Friend of the show, Johnny Swinger.
Absolutely. Whoa, this is awesome. So I got a bunch of pins. I'm going to make myself big so everyone can see it. I got the WCW World Championship pin, my favorite belt, the big gold.
I figured you needed it for that Sting shelf.
Absolutely. I got the Undisputed Championship. Very nice. I got this says this is the WCW World Championship. This is the Tag Team Championship, the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Because we are the tag team champions
Absolutely.
of wrestling podcasts.
I got the NXT Championship, although it says it's a Sasha Banks pin. all the errors on these cards.
Right, like a boss.
And then I got the WrestleMania side plate pin. These are awesome, Phil. Thank you.
No problem.
WrestleMania 35, I believe that's the year Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins won the tag team championship.
It was. It's why I sought them out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Because I figured that can go on your major brothers shelf you got there.
Absolutely. Yeah, these are going to go on different shelves of my wrestling figure collection. Awesome. Thank you, Phil. I love it.
No problem. Thank you. I love this. This man, We had quite a successful year.
Amanda B calling you out. She said they were discounted for their errors.
No, trust me. They were anything but discounted. Go on
Amanda
eBay.
B trying to stir it up.
Oh man, anything but.
Leandro says, nice, cool gifts. Yep. It's La Pod God's tradition. All right.
As Bullet Ninja said, two grown men exchanging gifts. There's nothing more pure in this world.
Except for two grown men watching oily men wrestle every week.
And then talking about it.
Breaking it down. Absolutely. All right. Stoneman says, hopefully no fuckery from the ref is all I ask for the big cage match. Yo, if anyone watched CG WrestleMania, one of the referees was a little sketchy in the big tag team championship match.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he's not the ref assigned to tonight's match. One can only hope.
That's why we're in a steel cage.
Yeah, all right. So let's give Shane Davis a chance to refute this. I want to apologize to people. I've watched this, and not since the Warrior went to WCW Nitro has there been a longer or more awkward promo. But it's charming in its own way. All right.
Is this a Thunder type promo?
Yes. All right.
Please excuse me, Your Honor, but you can't hold me no longer. Can't you feel the vibrations? I broke out and left traces. Go ahead, try to catch me if you can, man. You'll be looking all night, I'm just saying, man. New York, London to Japan. I'ma show the whole world who I am. Boom. Major look, huh? Yeah, this one is for the books. All these chances I took.
So I was just enjoying my Saturday. And I've been alerted to a call-out video by Jon Malin. And this is the thing, John. I mean, I've been thinking about it. I listened to the video. I heard the words that came out your mouth. And I need the response. Now, I didn't have time to change. You guys are going to have to bear with me. This is just my normal Saturday. But John, can I call you Johnny Boy? Johnny Boy Malin? Can I say that? Are we on those terms yet? You brought issue up with my father leaving me. Left me because it would only leave me in the trailer. A single wide trailer, you say. Yes, my father walked out. He walked out. He chose the carnival life over me, over raising me. But here's the thing, John, what you don't understand, you think that's a weakness. Well, it wasn't. He knew it would only make me stronger. He knew he was going to be holding me back in my life by being in my life. He saw something in me. He saw greatness. And he's like, I'm only going to get in the way. I could hang around and pass the pigskin with my boy in front of our trailer park. Sure, he could have done that. Sure, he could have been there for birthdays. Could have been there for Christmas. John, you bringing up my father being out of my life. At this season, it is the holiday season. Holidays can be rough, as we've learned from Gremlins. You know, the holidays aren't great for everyone. People who haven't got family in their life, the holidays can be bittersweet. But I like to pretend they're a little bit more sweet. Look at me now, John. If my father had been in the picture, where would I be right now? That's all I got on that. I think to believe my father knew he wasn't going to be up for the task. And he said, I'm only going to water this boy down. I'm only going to dilute him of his greatness. So let me do the right thing and just get out the way. So it's come to my attention that there's a wrestling match. That's what you like to call it. You like to call it wrestling. Talking about men with muscles wrestling other men. Now, here's the thing, John. I did not know. I had no idea about a wrestling match. This is news to me. And as we explored this before, Some would call this surprise sex. When somebody next to them is going to surprise sex on another person. Now, other courts of law, they may call surprise sex rape. This is surprise wrestling. Man-on-man action, greased up, muscles bulging, jumping another man, has no idea wrestling was involved. I mean, how am I supposed to take this? You just want to get close? I hear you. You bring up guys with belts. Well, I'd like to point out what came to me in the mail is a rowing medal. 2 oars. That conversation's been had. That debate holds on its own. Kind of plays itself out. I'd like to say you're bringing up belts. Yes, I ain't got no belt. I ain't got no belt because my pants stay up fine, John. Don't need no belt to hold my pants up. I'd like to address something else. I never once called myself king. I've never, ever said I am king. I've never said it. I don't know where people get ideas like this from. Somebody out there putting words in people's ears, trying to turn brother against brother, saying, hey, Shane says he's king. I never said it. Never said it, John. Never said I was king of anything. Never would I ever, on any terms, call myself a king. All right. But here's the thing. If I do happen to be king, I didn't decide that. That wasn't for me to decide. Takes people to believe in a king to make a king. Nobody's saying you're not a good coach. You've coached me. You've given me advice, and I took it, and I appreciate it. Jon Malin, hail the coach. Never would I turn against the Malin militia. I would just like to convert them to the idea that 2 oars is better than 1. That's all. I was just trying to contribute my part to the cause. So evidently, guys, there's some man-on-man, some meat-on-meat action tonight. And John's really excited about it. Hope you are too. I do feel like I've been surprise sexed, though. Justice for Shane was unaware that there was a wrestling match. Not sure how I want to feel about it. Not sure how to feel about it. But I do need everybody to know, never, ever, on any terms, have I ever called myself a king. It just, I haven't done it. I'm not that, I'm very modest. I wouldn't do that type of thing. I don't have it in me. I'm not into hierarchies. It's just not my thing. I mean, is royalty in my blood? Maybe. I'm not going to argue my DNA. But everybody, if you will, go back in Glorious Rex.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call past the doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters. So now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power. I got the keys. Cause I break the chains. They try to hurt me. I'll push back. Just wait until you see.
There you have it, guys. Wow, that was something, Phil.
Well, moral compass. I've seen a lot of promos in my day, and that was something we watched.
Absolutely, yeah. I give him effort. He dressed the part.
I got to give it to Shane. Thank God he's a exceptional artist.
This was like a Andy Kaufman performance art.
This was a promo we all witnessed.
Stephen Rockwood says it's like Shane gave that speech after already getting his ass kicked. Joe Sontag says Malin is the one who puts Baby in the corner. Malin tugs on Superman's cape. Malin is the one that does the knocking. Ja Rowe says Malin's promo was the classic Jake Roberts, while Shane's was more drunk Jake Roberts. Amanda B's not backing down. She's still on Shane Davis's side. Bless her heart. Job Styler says Malin greater than Shockmaster, greater than Shane. American Comics Company, Malin is Shabane.
I do love how Shane put in the quote from Jon Malin for his Kickstarter at the end of the promo. That was the best part of that promo. That was great stuff.
Yeah, and shilling his book. So go back in Glorious Rex.
You know what? I wanted to crack open a can of PBR and give a hell yeah to Jon Malin's promo. And then
I wanted to salute the flag. That was like patriotic, and it was a masterclass in promo work. CM Punk should take notes.
I think that'll be up for the Potties in 2022.
Yeah. Muttman says still Team Shane, but that was not a good promo. Bullet Ninja says, I mean, at least Shane never fell through a wall like the Shockmaster. All right. Main event time. We're an hour into this.
Mm-hmm.
Main event time. Any predictions?
Pain. No. I'm gonna say the champion retains his title. I think Jon Malin takes it.
You know I'm a Malin militia.
But I will call this I'm on no one's side. I'm gonna call this right down the middle, just like a good cowboy should.
John says he's already winning. Mono says Shane is Santino Marella of CG. Brian Suddenly Old says, I'm still Team Blood in the Ring. You know Leandro's Malin militia. Canuck is King Davis all the way. Jaro says, the day's not over yet. And Peter Orchard Studios says, let's get ready to rumble. It's time. Phil, you ready to do a little play-by-play?
Let's go do it.
All right. I'm going to try to make this full screen too, so people don't call me a boomer. All right. Here we go. Phil, we're live in Atlantic City from the Primetime Arena.
Right here at the Primetime Studios, here live on the Pod Gods. We got the main event. We got the man, the myth, the legend, the head of the Malin militia, Jon Malin, coming down to the ring. We're in for a good one tonight, fellas.
Malin, awful confident, wearing slides to the ring. That can't be good. This is escape the cage rules. That can't be good strategy. That just shows how little fear he has of King Davis.
I think you got to commend a man in cargo shorts. He knows that he's going to be climbing a cage. He might get a tug on there, so you got to go with it.
Here he comes, His Majesty, looking absolutely regal.
From North Carolina, the Barnaby Rattler, the sumo slammer himself, King Happy Davis.
Shane Davis got the 2 oars on the crotch, just showing you that he is ready for this fight. A man in jeans. He knows he's climbing up a cage. I don't know if jeans are the smartest choice.
It's almost like he's giving John that DX crotch shot.
The classic Hunter Hearst Helmsley long pants look. And he is certainly, I think he's giving The Undertaker a run for his money for the longest intro.
He definitely looks confident.
He is soaking in every minute of this.
John's not happy with my commentary. But look at him. He's royalty.
I mean, I think between that shirt, he must have taken that from the other king, Elvis Presley, considering what he's wearing to the ring tonight.
The intro as long as his promo.
This
entrance though is great. Given the King Booker pinky salute.
He is making sure that Malin sits in that corner for a while, playing it up. Malin looks ready to go.
He's getting inside John's head.
And that's the bell.
We're underway. Oh, not even locking up. Malin taking it to him. The big bulldog.
Malin had that first move scouted. He knew
John doesn't get paid by the hour. He's escaping the cage right now.
Oh, Shane is not letting Malin go up that easily. Strikes to the back, pulling him down, and he brings Malin down to the canvas.
Oh, Shane's making a run for it. No, he had a chance to escape, and he said, no, I want to inflict more damage on John.
I think we all know that Malin, it's going to take more than just the pulling off the cage to put him down. That's why he needed to go for that elbow drop. And look at Malin returning the favor, smack dab in the middle of the ring.
A big slide to the face. Oh, he's giving him the gator roll.
Right in the rubbing Davis's mush right in the ring.
Into the crossface. Who knew John was such a technical wrestler?
He must have been studying some American Dragon tape before this match.
Shane Davis needs 2 wars right about now. He needs something.
Oh, and the reversal.
DDT. Just when I counted him out, the king has risen.
Oh, and look at the strength.
Block.
A running knee strike right to the sternum of Shane Davis. Now he's putting his money where his mouth is. Rings right to the mouth of Shane Davis. Malin pulling him back up.
Benoit influence on the coach. Yeah, going for that crippler crossface.
King
Shane
Davis
drunk. He threw a
couple wild elbow strikes. I think that's a certain effects from being pulled off the ring quite a few times off this steel cage. Shane just toying with him now. Malin trapped between the ropes and the steel. I think Shane's taking him a little more serious now. He came in with the entrance.
I think John was just playing with him.
He's playing possum, it looks like, going for the knees. You can't climb the cage if you can't use your feet.
But look at John in his slides. He's having trouble.
You called it earlier.
That wardrobe choice is coming back to haunt him. He had plenty of time to escape, but that footwear prohibited him. Now Shane's giving him the boots.
He's returning the favor, stomping the arms this time. And you can't climb the cage if your elbows ain't working.
Oh!
Malin putting on a technical extravaganza. Shane looks like he's just trying to put on a beating at this point.
Just hit John with the stroke.
Oh! King Davis with a spine buster to the mat.
A big slide to the face by Jon Malin. But the king... Oh, look at this reversal.
Papa John putting the king in his place with a nice technical takedown. He's gone into the corner. No mercy from Malin on Davis.
The crowd counting along. They're fired up.
Just for good measure, a swinging strike to the back of Davis's head.
John
but those
having
slides,
trouble with those slides.
You called it. Those slides. Malin sitting on the top of the cage. Is Davis going to be able to make it time? Is Davis going to make it in time to pull him back in?
Oh,
a few strikes. Malin has to regain his balance.
These
Back
are
on the
some
top of
desperate
the.
blows by King Davis.
Oh, he's going right at the cargo shorts. Oh, man. They are battling up on the top rope now. Strikes
King
in.
Davis down. Can the coach capitalize? Those slides. He might be better just going barefoot.
He's got to kick him off like Riddle.
Oh,
Malin
Shane
making
better
his,
hurry.
can
I think John's cargo shorts are caught on the top trestle of the cage.
damn those extra zippers. Shane Davis is not going down easily. He is coming back, taking punches back to the top of the cage to Malin. The slide to the face. The slide to the face. He kicks him down. This is the opportunity for Malin to climb down the cage.
His cargo shorts are still stuck. John, just tear the shorts. Get the victory.
He may be on his way down.
Shane, you better hurry.
Davis is trying to make a run for it. It looks like Jon
Our
Malin.
winner. The coach. Papa John, if you will.
Oh, let's get some replays. Shane Davis bringing some spine busters, but just not enough. What you got?
The Babe Ruth of CGWF. Jon Malin calling his shot, winning the big cage match. King Davis's role has come to a halt.
It's just showing you.
All hail the Wolf King.
It's not how many oars you have, it's how you handle the one you got.
Man. In sandals, no less. He didn't even take Shane Davis serious, and he still beat him.
You know what? I do think Shane Davis was caught by surprise on this one, but man, did Malin show how you can take your giant oar and beat another man in the face with it.
Shane Davis crying foul. I've never seen someone run so fast. Shane, it was escape the cage rules. I don't know if you understand this, but you had to climb out of the cage or go through the door to win.
I think Shane Davis wants a rematch, and I think he wants a street fight. No running around. You got to beat your man senseless.
Ladies can see my oar in the dressing room.
Then
Coach
they
is
can
ready to
handle the one
celebrate.
oar.
So you're saying Shane Davis wants a rematch. Funny you should say that, because the next CGWF pay-per-view over on the Breaking Rad channel, go subscribe, is the king of that thing, current king Shane Davis. We're going to have a tournament. 16 of Comicsgate's greatest creators. I think the coach just earned himself a spot in this.
Oh yeah,
this tournament.
when you beat, it's just like any standard wrestling. If you beat the champion, you get in that contenders match. And
Yeah.
there's no way, and the Malin militia will riot if he doesn't make that after beating the king in a steel cage.
I know 15 other comic skaters are just dying to get into this tournament.
And
I
I
mean,
know one on this podcast.
I think the Fulfillment King needs to be in this. King TMC has a great ring to it. I'd like to take that title from Shane Davis.
The Fulfillment King gets his crown. That's the headline. What we will have. The moral compass has to be. It's only the right and fair thing to do.
Book it 6 a.m. Hey, King Cowboy Phil. Imagine your cowboy hat. A regal cowboy hat.
We'll get. They'll
Bedazzle
have to play Rhinestone Cowboy for this cowboy, because I will bling the heck out of that if I am in the 16-man tournament.
6 a.m. wants to ruin Christmas for everyone. He just said Vinny T is the Fulfillment King. Has Vinny T fulfilled 10 campaigns in the last 2 years?
No.
I say thee nay. I'm already talking like a king. Terrible. 6 a.m. I thought you were on my side. All right. Let's show people King of Dat Thing coming soon to Breaking Rad.
Man, this has been an epic pay-per-view
Absolutely.
of the Pod Gods Christmas special.
Big slam.
Yeah.
I'm just picking him up like he's nothing.
I know.
Oh!
We have a winner!
History has been made.
Bancroft.
Michael Bancroft.
Congratulations. The man from down under put the last man over.
That's
What a
it.
match.
Are we going to witness a miracle tonight? Shane Davis has been on a win streak this year outside the ring. Is it going to carry over into the ring finally? Oh
no.
yes,
Shane
There you have it.
I told you. Pterodactyl
Somewhere.
power. He got it.
Jon Malin is shedding a tear. Absolutely incredible promo. King of that thing. Poor CGWF. They book a pay-per-view around a guy who just lost his big match. Everyone's coming for his crown now. You were muted, Phil.
I know. It just shows you, right, that anything can happen in the GC Wrestling Federation.
Absolutely.
Any given night.
That's a little embarrassing. That's okay. It shows the king is vulnerable. Maybe a new king arises. There's so many great competitors. The Breaking Rad guys. They need a chance. King Muttman did commentary. There's so many kings that could rise to the challenge.
Look at
Man,
that.
what a historic night for La Pod Gods.
We had gift exchange. It's nothing like two men exchanging gifts after talking about oily wrestling men for over an hour. The chat was popping. We had the main event. We saw Jon Malin defeat the King, Shane Davis, with one oar. Papa Jon Malin. We had the Potties, where Britt Baker and Roman Reigns taking home Wrestlers of the Year. Hook making a surprise victory. We had it all in this episode.
Yeah, it was an incredible night. Phil, let all these newcomers know where they can find you at.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at AnimatedPhil. You can also find my artwork for sale on the Etsy link in the description below. Help support me, help support the show. I'll see you there.
And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves. Make sure you subscribe to Primetime Poulton. Hit the notifications, like the video. Also, US Assassin. Only one day left for the in-demand store. We're shutting it down tomorrow night. Mike took a little break. Well, he's all tuckered out from this big match. He's taking a little nap. I'm gonna have to wake him up because we're going to see Spider-Man at 10 o'clock. But I want to thank everyone in the chat tonight. Please stop by twice a week, every Sunday, every Wednesday. Phil and I are here talking AEW, Impact Wrestling, WWE, NXT.
Just some good old fun.
Yeah. Yep,
and
absolutely.
now some GC wrestling.
CG wrestling, Phil.
What did I say? GC?
Yep, you're a little. You got GCW on your.
I do.
All right, guys. We're going to sign off. If we don't see you before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas.
Have a
Thanks
Happy
again
New
for
Year if
tuning
we
in.
don't see you then.
All right, we'll see you guys later.